Hello everyone, it's mmneme. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be drawing my forecast for the week of August 31st. So as usual, let's go ahead with my cat deck and my crystal struck deck and see what the cards have in store for us this week. And now let's go ahead and see what our summary card is from the cat deck. And we have the Queen of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Lovers in reverse. Next, let's draw from the crystal struck deck. We seem to be getting a lot of court cards from the crystal struck deck, so this may be a week where you are interacting with a lot of different people. It could be at work or in your personal life. We've got two queens from the cat deck, a knight, a king, another king, and a lot of major arcana cards coming out from crystal struck. So I wonder, what important week is it this week? And we've got another court card, which is the Page of Wands in reverse. And now let's see what the summary card from crystal struck is for this week. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. And at the bottom of the crystal struck deck, we've got the Empress in reverse. To start off the week, we've got two court cards. We've got the Queen of Cups and we also have the Knight of Swords. And the Queen of Cups, she is like your Queen of Hearts. She is a very ideal partner if this woman is in a relationship. And I see, because she is upright this week, she is very emotionally grounded and very emotionally stable. The Knight of Swords tells me there's going to be some important communication happening this week, with swords ruling communication and the mind. And while the Knight is slightly more mature than the Page, this might suggest that this person or whoever this relates to, it might be you, you're more willing to take risks and leap towards your goal. So if that is the case, this is a very good start to the week. Next, we have a very fiery combination. We've got the Sun in reverse and we've also got the King of Wands. And the Sun in reverse has come up, I think, 2 weeks ago. So while the Sun is also a sign of passion, this reminds you that if you're burnt out, to take a break from your work. Being a major arcana card, this is something maybe a bit more major, literally, that you've got to pay attention to. But the King of Wands here is a great sign of leadership, and I always say this when this comes up. So you may be taking charge with your role in a project. You might be stepping up into more responsibilities, whether it's in career or in your personal life if you're pursuing a hobby. So this might be what's happening. Next we have the Six of Cups, but we also have the Chariot in reverse. The Six of Cups brings in a lot of youthful energy, and if you are a family looking to expand, looking to have a child, this is a very good indicator. However, with the rest of the cards this week, I see this more as a natural youthful passion that you or someone else you may be working with is bringing to a project that you're working on. But the Chariot also reminds you to take the reins in your own hands and not go off course, and to stay focused on what you are doing. I understand that when you're creative, some ideas might flow, but it's also important to stay focused on what the main goal is and not go on a tangent too much. For the middle of the week, we have two major arcana cards. We've got the Fool in reverse, but we also have the World. The Fool in reverse here, the Fool itself symbolizes powerful new beginnings, although this time I think it is being disillusioned. So some people who you are working with, or in your personal life. Again, it could be either scenario in your life. You are being disillusioned and you're seeing the people for who they really are. Maybe they're underperforming and they may have put up a facade. And the world, I think, really is your oyster this week. This also could signify possible travel opportunities, so look out for those as well. And with the world being literal, you may benefit from any international connections that you may have this week. To end the work week, we've got the Three of Wands in reverse and we have the King of Swords in reverse. So this combination with these two cards, the Three of Wands telling you to consider your surroundings, don't just be obsessed with the colorful ribbons in front of you, and pay attention to what's behind you, what's beside you. There could be people in your team or project or in your own life that feel a bit ignored, so do remember to check on them as well. And with the King of Swords in reverse, this signifies potential miscommunication. Someone who may be feeling ignored could have been misunderstood. So I feel like this is a really important time to reach out to your friends and family, just check in to see if they're doing okay. For the start of the weekend, we have the Five of Swords in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I think for this particular combination, firstly with the Five of Swords in reverse, this is a sign that any potential tension that you have between some co-workers or someone in your family who you've had a hard time dealing with, some of those tensions are going to relax a little bit, but you cannot turn your back on those and you have to face the problems eventually. And this time with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like this is referring to a stroke of bad luck coming to an end, so use this time to your advantage. To end off the week, we have the Six of Swords in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. So as you can see, the cat has left some markings in the carpet and it might try to cover up what it's done, but what has been done has been done. It's quite clearly obvious that it's made a lot of marks in the carpet. So this combination to me feels like someone is avoiding something that they haven't taken responsibility for. So there might be a lot of truths coming out at the end of the week. Because with the Page of Wands in reverse in particular, this is giving off very brass, very impulsive energy. Our summary cards are both swords. We've got the Queen of Swords and we also have the Four of Swords in reverse. And the Queen of Swords, she is good at communicating what's on her mind. The sky is literally her limit, as represented by the clouds on this card. And she is like the girl boss. So there's a lot of girl boss energy. And while I said before that it's good to take breaks in between your work, the Four of Swords reminds you, are you being lazy or is this rest actually productive? So you might have to keep yourself in check this week, but still remember to take proper breaks in between your work so you don't burn out. But yes, not all rest is productive rest. At the bottom of the cat deck, we have the Lovers in reverse, and I'm not saying that people are going to be breaking up this week, but I feel like this is more to do with partnerships this time rather than romantic relationships. So I think this is a good time to really have a team meeting if you're involved in that, just to get everybody on the same page so that there are, again, no miscommunications. And with the Empress in reverse as well for the bottom of the Crystal Struck deck, the main traits that come to mind whenever I see this is being a martyr and wanting to do everything and not being able to delegate. So this ties back to the Four of Swords in reverse and seeing whether or not your rest is actually productive or not. So delegation might actually be a key, or re-delegation, in fact, if there's a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunications happening. So that might be something really important this week. And that concludes my reading for this week of August 31st. If you want to purchase any other readings from me, my ko-fi is in the description below. If you want something more personalized like this weekly reading, I can do one for you. The links to my resources, my cards, are also in the description. And hopefully you get through any hurdles that you have this week, and make sure you are communicating clearly your needs and goals. So until then, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, you're hydrating, you're eating, and taking regular and reasonable breaks in between your work. So until then, I'll see you in the next weekly forecast video. Take care and bye!